y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing the power of makeup type video. You may have seen some of these on YouTube. I know NikkieTutorials has done a lot, and I just think it's a really cool concept. And I mean, they are kind of older, but I don't know, I was just thinking about what I could do, and it just popped into my head, and I thought it might be a fun video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you're not already, and check out my other social media links. They'll be down below. And without further ado, let's just get into the video. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my face first using the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 spray. What side do I want to do? I think this side we're going to do the makeup, and this side we're going to leave bare, because I do have more, like, I feel like scarring and stuff on the side of my face. So I'm just using the Professional filler from Benefit. So my foundation I'm using today is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I'm in the shade Breeze. And then I'm using the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Flat Top Buffing Foundation. It's number 6. This is a new brush I got recently, and I really have been loving it. I use it, and I like buff my foundation in with it, and then kind of go in and press in with my Real Techniques sponge. So the look I'm going to do today, I'm going to use my 35M palette from Morphe, and it's National Margarita Day, and they have, that palette has a lot of green tones in it that, like, I never use just because I don't really know how to use green tone. Don't know how to. I just don't gravitate to green eyeshadow. So I figured it would be a good day to do a green look. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm going to adjust the lighting real quick because I feel like it's very white. So the lighting's about to change, and I'm sorry, we're gonna get a little darker, I think. Okay, I feel like that's better. I adjusted the settings on my not my computer, well, on my computer, but my camera a little bit, so hopefully the lighting's a little bit better. Alright, so now I'm going to take the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in shade Fair 04. And I just started using this concealer, and I like it a lot. Alright. And to blend that in, I'm just going to use my Real Techniques sponge. It's a very brightening concealer, and I feel like it really makes me look awake. Right. And then I'm gonna bake. Anytime I use real pigmented kind of colored shadows, I always bake a little heavier, just so it can catch the fallout and I don't mess up my makeup. Anytime, so I'm going to probably use the Take Me Back to Brazil from BH Cosmetics, and because anytime I use colors, I always kind of dip into it because it's just a palette of rainbow. And they're pressed pigments, so they're very pigmented shadows. And then I'm going to be using this area of shadows in this palette. First off, let's do our eyebrows. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Taupe, and I mix that with the Pure Cosmetics Arch Nemesis 4-in-1 dual-ended brow pencil in dark. So I kind of line and get the basic shape of my brows with the Anastasia one, and then I kind of fill in and darken up a little bit more with the Pure Cosmetics one, because the Anastasia one is just a little too light. I feel like, I mean, it matches, but I want them a little bit darker, and then, but just the Pure one by itself is a little too dark, so. Okay, so brow is done. I'm gonna prime my lid with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. This is a 24-hour anti-crease shadow that I got. I mean, not shadow, shadow primer that I've been using recently, and I really like it. It does, I feel like, make my shadow last longer. If y'all know me at all, or you've been watching my videos, I always use the e.l.f. shadow primer, which I love, but I don't know if the formula's changed or if it's just my skin has changed or something, but I feel like it hasn't held up as well as it normally has. So I've really been liking that. Pick up this shade right here. It's like a really light yellowy green, and start out with that. Because when you use colors like this intense, I feel like you have to be really careful and have good transitions when blending the colors. So I'm going to put this like slightly above my crease, just so we have a good transition of the shades. Alright, and then I'm picking up this one right under it and gonna put that right underneath. I'm just using a Sephora Pro Blending large 27 brush. Shadows, sometimes they come off, once they're on, pretty yellowy green, and not as intensely green as they looked in the pan, but I'm just taking my time and working with this shadow. I'm going to pick up this cooler green and stamp that right in the outer edge. Now going into the Morphe palette, I'm going to take this color right here, and I got a smaller brush. This is from Basanti. It's a contour eyeshadow brush number 4. This is a really it's a smaller fluffy brush, and I feel like it's really good to kind of concentrate colors into the crease, and it gives you a little bit more control over things. So what I'm doing now is just going to build up my crease and build up the shadow in there to kind of create some dimension. Pick up this one. But I'm going to pick up this like green color right here. It's just like a real true, not natural green, but like traditional green. I really want to darken up the crease or deepen up the crease because I think I'm going to try to cut it and then do like really shimmery lid. So that's why I'm really focusing the color in the crease. Now I'm going to deepen up the outer part a little bit with some darker shades. So I think I'm going to pick up this shade right here. Okay, so I'm going to use this Elizabeth Mott blending brush. It's just like a really small brush. Pick up that color and stamp it in the outer corner. I've found that if you stamp, it kind of packs on the shadow. And then if you need to blend out a little bit, you can. And then I'm going to go back to that smaller blending brush and pick up this shade right here. This is an e.l.f. smudger brush. And pick up that dark shadow and kind of take it in my crease. This is a good thing to do if you plan to do like a cut crease, to do this slightly above your crease, so whenever you do cut it, you do have like a nice little shading behind it. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut my crease. I'm gonna use some sharp Tarte Shape Tape. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on the back of my hand and then use a little concealer brush. Do a shimmery lid, so let me figure out what I'm going to use on that. Okay, so I have these Naked Cosmetics loose pigments. It's their Sierra Nevada line. I've talked about them before, so I'm going to use that on my lid, and then I may top it with a Stila glitter eyeshadow. Not sure yet, but we're going to try this first. I'm going to use this e.l.f. Illuminating and Mist Setting Spray, which is not the best for setting your makeup, but to wet your brushes to use shimmery shadows and like metallics, it's really great for. I am going to put a little bit of my setting powder on top of this concealer just to set it in place so it doesn't smudge, because my eyelids are really oily, so they tend to smudge pretty easily. So, okay. So I'm just gonna spray my brush and then pick up this shade and maybe spritz it once and then lay that down. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. I forget about these because they're in one of the drawers in my desk that is like makeup that I don't use on the daily, and they're also hidden in the back, so I forget about them, but they're so beautiful. And then I'm going to put some of the green under my eye. So I'm just going to use the Morphe palette for this, and just taking some of those greens that I used and I guess technically smoking out underneath. So I'm not going to do my liner on camera, I'm just going to do a wing, but I'll let you know what I'm using. I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner. Love this a lot, just got it. So I'm going to put a wing on, and I'm going to put my mascara on off camera, and then we'll come back and finish the face. Okay, so liner's on, lashes are on. I used the Foam Ink lashes from Ardell, the 811 ones. So I'm just going to contour real quick using my Hoola bronzer. blush, I'm using a Wet n Wild Color Icon in Blush. And I'm going to spritz my face first using the Too Faced Hangover RX setting spray, and then I'm going to highlight while it's still a little wet using my BH Cosmetics Carly Bybel palette. I love the highlighters in these. They're what I use all the time. I'm using the gold tone one. So I'm going to use this NYX Lingerie in Embellishment. It's like a purpley nude. I feel like purple and green work well together. And we're done. So this is the finished look. I'm really loving this side look. If I take a picture like this, it looks normal. But then, whew, half my face not done. It's so weird. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of cool just to like show what you can go from to. Not that you need to feel like you need to go like full glam. Like obviously I did like full glam for this because I feel like it's the most powerful transformation to see the difference that you can do. And I also feel like it just kind of shows like the artistry behind makeup that like some people might not always like realize is there. But I don't know, it's fun to just kind of see. It's like a before and after all at one time. But if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Shout out to NikkieTutorials for doing this. I just think it's just a really cool idea and kind of concept and kind of like thing to see. So yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, and I hope you guys have a great